Hello, welcome back to Brand Sushi LIVENODING. In this episode, I'm going to share with you this node setup that's basically I borrow from Kenneth Graham. This is a cycle node setup. You can see the background here. It's really beautiful. This is actually something that's totally procedurally generated using cycles. Suzanne itself is just principal, but I can switch it to Kaleidoscope here, and now you can see my um, iPhone and iPad wallpaper. Actually, I could print this out as iPhone case, or it's really beautiful design. This is all procedural. Let me just hide Suzanne and look at this plane, and then look at the texture. Let's quickly check the setup. I give it credit here. It's created by Kenneth Graham Zink. It was shared at Blender Procedural Texture group on Facebook. And where's the node? Let me select. Let me stop this rendering and select our object and look at the nodes. So the result is looking like this, and let me just change the sample to 1. We only need 1 sample to create this, and this is our setup, and this is the one that's doing the hard job, Kaleidoscope, and we can make changes and things will change. This is really beautiful. I just cannot explain it. The big thing here is the reflection. This is something that you can tweak and change to get a different flower petal. I have it, let me have it just 8. And you can have distortion. You can change the scale, slope, whatever. But there's heaps, and this is like endless variations of this psychedelic kaleidoscope. And you can also animate it here using the vector. Inside this kaleidoscope node is actually a group of nodes. It's actually made up of a lot of other nodes. This is a lot of math here. You can change the value, but I just gonna leave it like that. This is the thing that makes the flower. There is this extra stuff, this MXP, and there's also this polar coordinate. It's really amazing. You just take a look at it and you can study it. Let me go back to previous, and here I'm still inside this guy. Okay, back to the top level. So we have this design, right? We can distort it with anything. We can even add like Musgrave and then distort it further, but I'm not gonna go that far. I really like the flower pattern, and this is actually a slight modification that I did to Kenneth example. You can use a different color ramp and to get different value of color. I'm using ring and band, and either sign or saw and get a different pattern. And I think cell or intensity give it something that's a little bit more alien and abstract. I like cell. This is slightly more pleasing for our eyes. There's also this details that we can play around with to get something that looks like a dial, you know, like ink dye. This is looking really interesting. So yeah, there's nothing much to it except that this is really cool, and you can endlessly playing with this, just changing the nodes. You can get unlimited number of pattern. You can go like really high here with a flower number. Oh, that's just now was really nice. So you get this design, and you can use different 3D objects, of course. Just assign the shader, and it's gonna follow the pattern. You can have a lot of this, you know. This is unbelievable. In fact, if you have like a circle, maybe you can do a little bit creative with it. Multiple circle, different object position, and randomize the flower. But I'm not gonna go too far. I'll let you just play around with it. Just use like different noise. Maybe instead of Musgrave, try like noise or different pattern, and you just use it as the distortion value. Sometimes yeah, there's like a lot here to play with. Give it a try anyway. It's pretty cool. I like this one. This is the setup that I did, and it's not too crazy, but it's interesting. Yeah, there's nothing much to it, but this is really big, and thanks to Kenneth Graham to share these cycles nodes. It's really powerful. You can modify it and use it for different purpose. But I'm thinking to print it out maybe as a T-shirt or like a wallpaper design, or even like iPhone case or iPad case. I like it. I really like the design. So give it a try, play around with it. I'm gonna share the blend with you. And thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.